I think we're here.
Yay! Happy Monday, everyone.
Happy Monday. Oh my goodness. It's hard to believe. Like, this year is flying by.
It is?
Well, sort of.
Because March, pretty sure there were like 97 days in March.
Well, time flies when you're having fun, and I've been having some fun. Well, but you know, everybody having to stay home. It is, I think maybe what is that called again? I always forget. The stay at...
Shelter in place.
Shelter in place. Stay in location.
You give it a different name every time.
No, it's always different. But it hasn't been too bad.
No. I mean, well, not for us, because we're used to that. We're already at home quite a bit. Now it's just not enjoying going to the store because it's weird.
Oh, yeah. But I was thinking it's been like 3 or 4 weeks since Jack or I have left. But, you know, except for the backyard, really. But, you know, it's just a little crazy. I don't know.
Yesterday you guys got creative with making a little makeshift bird feeder.
Oh, us? Your idea, crazy.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so I sit at the window at our kitchen all day, every day, usually doing school with Jack and all sorts of random computer work. And you know you're getting desperate when you Google decorating ideas to stare out your window, like things to decorate the outside of your window so you can stare. And I Googled this and realized it's getting serious. So just talking about this with John, he had the ingenious idea to makeshift one of our old
tiki torch?
Yeah, tiki torches, that's it. And busted out the torch part, and we wired a planter to the top of it and just stuck it in the dirt right outside the window. No birds have come yet.
I agree with you. That was genius of me. No, but oh gosh, guys, I'm looking forward to today. This is something that we've been really looking forward to. One of the things about us getting on here and talking and all that is being able to celebrate art from others. And we're not huge art collectors. Like, you know, if we had Bill Gates money, we would probably have all kinds of crazy art. I know we would. You know, there's always, every show we go to, there's always like, oh my gosh, if we could have that would be so cool. But we do collect whenever we can, and I've never regretted buying art. You know, it's almost like getting another member of the family in a way, like, because we don't sell the art that we get. You know, we keep it, and it's always there. So, you know, you have this reminder of this place, and it's funny, but with every piece of art, you have a story behind it. You know, it's not only the piece of art and what it means, but it's also where you got it, what the artist is like. You know, there's so much behind the artwork besides just the artwork itself.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one of the things I think is really neat. But we have a lot of art. Like, every wall in our house is covered with art. A lot of it is mine, but a lot of it is other people's too. So we thought we'd grab like maybe 5 or 6 pieces, something like that. Is that what?
Oh, yeah. So we grabbed, and we have so much that we were like, I mean, and we have so much of the same artist as well sometimes. So, yeah, we only grabbed 5 different artists, I believe. Oh, and you have some musicians. Oh,
yes, I have some musicians and things too that want to show. And I just heard their show yesterday. And actually, Barbara Brand's the Revelers Hall in the Bishop Arts area in Dallas. It's a club, it's a bar there where they play all this music, but a lot of it is like Texas swing, or really most of it is more like New Orleans sort of jazz and stuff. And it's just so cool. And Barbara Brand's this amazing art photographer. She said, "Hey John, check this out." Yesterday, sent it over to me on the Facebook streams, and I listened to it. So I want to share some of that with you guys because, you know, it's a band, and what they're doing is pretty cool. So we'll talk about that. But the artwork, like, I appreciate you guys watching this, and if you're here, then you've probably seen my art, or maybe like some of you dig it, or if that's the case, I think you want to check this art out that we have, because these artists and the pieces that we have is just really super cool, and I want to share these artists with you and give you their information, give them your information. So no, let's flip that and do that. But sorry, I've made myself laugh. Oh gosh, Easter candy.
Well,
it's going in my system.
A few people have joined us, and Daniel LeBron joined us and said hi, guys.
Oh, Daniel, hey. Good to virtually meet with you.
Yeah.
Man, well, hey, should we go to the memes?
Always. These are the favorite memes of the last few days.
Oh my goodness. So let's see.
Okay, so this is from The Shining, and it's Jack Nicholson with a crazy look on his face, and it says, "The longer this quarantine goes, the more I think Jack from The Shining actually held it together quite well." Which I can sympathize a little bit.
That's funny.
This is a picture of a bunch of wild animals looking inside windows, and it says, "After 2 weeks of people not going out, the animals coming to check if everything is okay." The animals are coming to check if everything is okay. They're peeking in the windows.
That's funny. It's kind of reverse zoo now.
Yes.
All the animals have control of the world, and we're all in little cages.
That's funny. Oh, and this one I thought was hilarious when I first saw this. This is the Harry and the Hendersons with Harry, you know, the scene where he's hanging out the window. And the dad is also, like, his head's out the window, and it says, "Me taking the missus to get pampered on the first day quarantine is over."
That's funny. Man, I only saw that movie. I think I've seen it twice.
Oh my gosh, I love that movie.
But I love John Lithgow.
Yeah, well, that's a cult classic right there. That's a good one.
Yeah, like I saw it when way back when, like when it first came out.
Yeah.
And then I saw it again, like with you and Jack, you know. And I like, it'd been so long, I didn't, you know, but it was good. I liked it.
There was one of those movies on like constant rotation for me. I watched it quite a bit.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a good one.
Hey, before we get into the star of the program, which is other people's art, let me show you some of my favorite artists' art real quick. Right behind
Let's
me.
go straight to John's art.
He's right here. Oh my goodness! It's not good. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. No, this is the painting that I've been working on. So I've only been working on it during the live streams and stuff. Really, like a little bit before it. Like I probably worked on it about an hour or 30 minutes or so before the stream. So it's pretty much the way it was before. But I'm going in and I'm starting to intensify the hair and get the color and stuff. And this is actually like this the band that I'm gonna show to you guys in a little bit. That kind of music is like what this is about in a way, like the colors from that sort of music. So I'll be playing the band in a little bit, but this is what I see when I hear that music. So I wanted to show that. Get over here, but I'm so excited. This is so cool. I get so excited about other people's art. And that's one of the things we want to do, though, is have people send in, not send in like their paintings and things, but send in photos. You can send in your paintings if you want.
Yeah. We have another Facebook page, Drastic Art Members, that is also a great place to collaborate and send your art. But yeah, if anybody out there has got some art they want to share, we would love to share it on the show. Yeah,
definitely. Because I mean, it's a tough time for everybody. I know it's a tough time for a lot of artists out there. You know, the ways that artists generally make money is by going to having shows and doing workshops, going to groups, giving talks. That's what we do, and you know, and it's hard to do that when nobody's getting together. so you know, but so we want to try to help support as many of the artists as we can. Should we go to Henry's?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, I'm legitimately very excited to share this stuff with you. Like these are some really cool things.
So okay, here we go. All right, so we have a different camera set up over here.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get dizzy.
I know. I gotta get situated here. Okay, so when we were working, this piece is by an artist, Henry Warner. And his information, it's all right here. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, it's that camera over there for you.
Yes, I'm sorry. See, this is so weird. This is so new. Okay, so anyway, he had a booth next to us at the Deep Ellum Arts Festival. That's it. Mm-hmm. And his work was so cool. It was just trippy and wild. Had like this graffiti sort of feel, and then that was a lot of his 2D stuff mixed with resin. And then he has this sort of fascination with bees. So a lot of his work was had bees incorporated in it. And so this piece we absolutely fell in love with. And it hangs in our bar room out in the front of the house.
Yeah, which is a good thing for a bar room. If somebody gets a little buzz, they just start looking at it more and more and more. Like, what the heck is going on there?
Yeah, so it's like this is a neck to a guitar, and I forget what this metal piece inside, but it's super obviously, textural, and
it's a fun one to touch, isn't it?
Yeah,
just the tactile elements are so cool.
Yeah. So I mean, and it's almost like he does a lot of like found art mixed with like sculpting it out with wood and stuff like that. So like this piece right here, I think he said was the top of a like a water cap. And I mean, it's so cool. I mean, you can look at it forever. So
oh man, yeah, and
his stuff was really cool.
He has this one thing where it's he has like the animal heads, almost like I always think of Ace Ventura, the first movie, where he walks into a room and it's filled with animal heads all over the walls. He's like, nice room of death you have here. But Henry, though, like he has these animal heads, but they're almost like Dr. Seuss-esque.
Yeah.
I mean, it isn't Dr. Seuss, but it's like fantasies like that, and they're usually bee inspired in a way. So it's just these weird. It's almost like if you could go to another realm and you went like hunting for animals, like you'd find these crazy animals. And I would have loved to have gotten one of those, but just couldn't afford it. But one day,
again, those were super cool. I mean, they were huge, and it was basically like he fabricates this stuff. It's not obviously real animals that he changes, but it was a giant doe or deer of some sort, and it was all painted like a bee, and still had the antlers coming out. It was just wicked cool. Like, it would be a showstopper if you had it hanging on your wall. So
wicked cool. I like that.
Yeah.
He's wicked smart.
It was wicked cool.
Sorry, anybody from Boston. I can. That's horrible. There's also a hat over there.
Oh yeah,
with a symbol. So, like he makes different he does lots of different things.
So this is a hat of his that we got from him, and I bought a ton of stickers because Jack and I both put stickers all over the outside of our computers. But I mean, he's got a ton of stuff, and his website, which is on the screen now, but we'll have it in the comments as well on YouTube. But it's a typical website. You can grab any of his art there too. So
one of the nice things about Henry too is that he is just so nice. He's just so nice. And
he was fun to share a segment of the street with. It was a party over by us.
Yeah, he was great to have as a neighbor. It's funny, we don't do that many art festivals, but it's interesting when you're at a festival, especially if it's a city street where it's a normal city street and cars are going down, and then suddenly, just a few hours later, it's like a tent city. It's like the circus has moved in, and the entire city is different, and people suddenly can walk around with drinks, and there's just everything. It's a party. Everybody's happy. Everybody's looking at amazing art, and it makes it even better when you're sharing a space next to someone like Henry, because somebody's just friendly and their art's really cool. So whenever there was a dull moment, I was usually over in Henry's tent, filling Elvis pieces, all this artwork. So. But hey, let me show you another artist, and actually, I'm gonna go over to me for this. So Andy Serie is my brother-in-law, but he is an incredible artist, and but don't tell him I said that. No, I don't want him to get a big head. But it's really cool that he taught art for over 20 years, and it's one of those people where, like, if you hear about some crazy technique maybe that was, it's so rare, so obscure, you could ask Andy, and he would tell you all about it. He'd fill you in. He would let you know. This is actually a jug that he threw. He throws. He does all kinds of ceramics, but he also does every kind of art, like all of it, wood, clay. But like, so I don't know if I have it.
Yeah.
Turned towards right. Is that right?
Yeah.
This is put my hand on it.
Yeah.
Can you see this right here?
And he just did this on just as like a whim. He was like, we went over I think for like Easter a few years ago, and he was like, oh, I got something for you.
Yeah. So I haven't filled it with anything, so it's just filled with love. That's all. But it has my symbol on it. So it's two eyes crossed out. I just thought that was super super cool. But anyway, here, there's a painting here. This is one of the nice things. So let me. I forgot where to go.
Okay, so this is another one of Andy's pieces. Now I should say, we have no shortage of his work around the house because he's family. And he's an incredible artist, obviously. But we also do these sort of things where instead of buying gifts for holidays, we may make art for each other. So they also have a ton of John's work. But every once in a while for a holiday, he'll make something. And this piece, which is actually, I just kind of wanted to pick it up a little bit so that you can see it. It has like all these different cutout shapes. And what's cool about it is that you can like see through it, which I don't want it to fall over, but you can see my hand through it. And then, so this actually in our house hangs slightly off the wall, like from the ceiling, so you can see through it, and it causes all these like really cool shadows and
it makes shadow art on the wall, doesn't it? Behind it,
and the colors are fantastic. It's a little dusty, but the colors are fantastic, and so that, I mean, and it's funny because this is one of the pieces in the front room of the house that when people walk in, they're like, is that, ooh, that's cool, John. Is that one of yours? And we're like, no. And then they look over to the side and they're like, oh, that's a cool one. Is that one of your? No, that's Andy's. No, Andy's. No.
Yeah,
so it's like, oh my gosh.
I'm not even sure. We've had I don't know how many film crews in, like, from different things, that every one of them.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, can we shoot this for this, like for this new segment? And we're like, no, well, you can, but it's not mine. So I've thought about just putting my name on it and saying, sure, yeah. Art theft. So it's what's on next show. Man, but I love that though, and it's really cool to be able to, every painting, everything has a story, and it's awesome when you have like a connection with the artist that does it. And I think it was so cool that Andy did that. It's like a triple layered, so each layer is different and it has more to touch. So it has a depth. So it's 2-dimensional, but then the two-dimensional is painted, so it looks more 3-dimensional. Yeah. And then it does have a 3-dimensional quality. So
and it's ridiculous. Like all his art, I mean, like one year, I should have brought it in, but one year he did these sculptural, like wacky fish, that had, wires coming out of the top of them and everything, and just super cool. I mean, it's it's one of those sibling things where you just kind of like it gets under your skin a little bit, because it's one of those like they can't not do anything really creative and good at art.
Yeah, you're right. Andy sucks. Let's move on from this one. Man, that's and we have bases and everything, and we'll show more stuff, later on. But from that, but and there's another piece I really want to show you guys too. That's very textural, very tactile, and not much color, which is interesting. But it's so
we'll save that for another show.
Yeah, another one.
We have plenty of art from.
Well, what else we got?
Okay, so let's see. All right, these. Okay, I should say that I am a fan of, I don't know, humorous art. I always gravitate towards humorous art. Mm-hmm. So, you'll see. Okay, so this is an artist named Jonathan Stewart. He's a Dallas artist, which I honestly tried to find some information about him. This is back in 2010 is when we got these pieces, and it was we went and saw this gallery show in Dallas that John eventually partnered with the gallery. So anyway, while we were there checking out the art, I was like, I have to have some of these pieces. They're fantastic. They're just hilarious. So he's a 3D print artist, is what not like 3D printing, but he prints things and they become 3D. So what this is they're like when you buy Legos, it's like a Lego box, but they're humorous. They're like life things. So this says pregnancy test. Uh-huh. And so it's
he calls them let goes, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
And what's funny is it's like this is the box you'd buy as if it was a toy, but then every side of it has something. So it's like that's where she sees it. This is where she's in the bathroom peeing on it.
Oh, really?
They're all Lego figures. So, but
I didn't realize it had stuff on every side. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, but it's like the pregnancy test Lego. Anyway, hilarious. I love hilarious lowbrow art. Love it.
This other one's my favorite, I think.
Okay, this one I had to get because for obvious reasons. This is Blind Man with Guide Dog, the Lego set, or the Let Go set, I should say. And if you go around, it even has like the what you might get in it. Absolutely love it. I think it's hilarious. So we got a couple of his pieces. He had some other really cool ones at that gallery show, and then he did a whole series where he did a different brand name. I forget if it was like Playmobil or something like that. But and then it's all very like graphic oriented. So, and then he moved on to doing some soup can type things. But honestly, it was so long ago. I haven't seen his art in a long time. But his stuff's really cool, and just I love the humorous stuff.
Yeah, his stuff was fun. So we're not sure if he moved off somewhere or what, but we couldn't find him. But yeah, and it's kind of cool. Our friend Brian collects art as well, and he collected some. We should have him bring it in one day, but like some cereal boxes.
Oh yeah,
and things that are really cool, but they're like fake cereal boxes. It's like, but it's sort of the let go concept, and
yeah, it was.
That's fun.
It would be a play on like I don't know. Your popular like type of cereal, it'd be a play on the words, and then it'd be like a funny graphic sort of twist on it. So those were really cool.
What else you got over there?
All right, so this is another art piece that we have in the house that I am obsessed with. I absolutely love this piece, and it is all made out of wood. I'm sorry, it's all made out of iron and steel. It's really heavy. But, it's a sculpture.
Can you get a workout on this one?
Yeah, and it's called The Birth of Rosie. So, and it just sits, again, it sits in our front room. It's where we keep all this, most of the stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't put the text on this one. I didn't realize we're bringing Rosie in here.
Oh.
For the artist's name?
Oh, well, it's Steve Evans. To be honest with you, he doesn't, I don't think he has an art page, but his specialty is in breeding orchids. So this was just for a fundraiser at New View in Oklahoma that we went to, and they had a bunch of art out, and you could buy it, and it went to the charity, and they had every artist had a slew of different pieces, and I came across this, and I mean, I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm gonna hold it up.
Yeah, I was doing a talk. I think I was giving a speech or something.
Yeah, you were doing a talk,
and maybe workshops.
Oh yeah, we were doing the whole gamut when we were there. And so I stumbled, like we were walking by looking at all the art, and I saw this, and I instantly knew that it looked like Rosie, and it looked like she was being birthed.
From the Jetsons. Isn't that funny?
Jetsons. And so when I was like, no, really? And then I read the name, and I was like, I have to own that. So here we go. I was like, it's mine. Yeah. But anyway, it's an artist named Steve Evans, and he mostly does plant stuff, so it's not really, that was kind of, I think, a one-off for that charity.
We get a lot of our art from fundraisers, and so we'll get hired to go give a speech or to do something for a fundraiser, and then if there's an art show or something in conjunction with it, we very often we meet with the artists, we talk to them, and we end up with some art. But but it's awesome though, because it has a story and you have that connection, and that's that's the brilliant thing about it.
Yeah,
because it's cool and it's neat, but then to you it even means more. That's nice. What you got hiding over there?
This is the last artist I brought in for everybody to check out.
Oh, I know who this is.
And I have so much of this guy's work. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that have more, but I have so much. This is David Pound's work, and we stumbled on him at the Deep Ellum Arts Festival, and then every year since then, I had to go to his booth and buy a piece, because I mean, if you guys follow John's Facebook at all, you probably know that Jack and I make a lot of little sculpey things, and I'm obsessed with like little things. So what this guy does is it's polymer clay, and he makes these crazy faces with different found objects all around, and then puts them in these boxes that inside have different pictures, usually from like comic books or whatever he is inspired by. But again, this is David Pound, and he does these little heads, and they're just so cool. So I'm obsessed with him. That was one, and then he started a series where he did them with like layered effects. You can see in this one he's got some layered paper in the back, which is really cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
that's cool.
I mean, so much like tiny intricate work. Some of them glow in the dark. And then Jack and I commissioned a Predator and an Alien. So
you'll have to show that next time. Just
that's the one that you did on your Facebook. But but that sits under a Predator mask that I have in the living room, and I just love the tiny heads. So
he's a really nice guy too.
I know. I was a little disappointed that all this happened, because we always see him at Deep Ellum Arts Festival, and this year was a mess for it all, and so I was like, ugh.
Yeah, and I haven't got to talk to David as much, because at a festival like that, I stay in my area because I'm working it. Well, you work it too, but somebody has to be there, so I'm usually there the whole time unless I go to the bathroom, and then so I don't get to talk to the other artists, and unless they're right next to me, and then I do. But
and then you buy their art.
Yeah, and then I buy their art. But then it's funny though because you may be at a festival for 3 or 4 days. Like we always go to the Denton Arts and Jazz Festival, and we're always invited there, which is so nice. And but I went to that festival though for years before I ever worked like sold art.
Yeah.
And but now that I actually work at the festival, like I show art there, I don't walk around and hardly see anything. You stay in your little 200 square foot area, and
that is the downfall of it.
But but it's cool. But the other nice thing though is that people come to you, so you get to meet lots and lots of people. Where whenever you'd walk around on a festival, you would get to see lots of art. Now you get to people bring stuff to you, so you're just like, oh, so what did you see that was interesting? And people will show you the art that they collected, and that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Well,
what else do you got? Because that was all the art.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and I should say Barbara Brands joined us and said she's here.
Oh, Barbara Brand. Okay, so cool.
That's fitting.
That is fitting because I wanted to. Let me see. Hold it. I just did something. Did I do something? Huh? Oh, the Alexa thing in our room was going off. I have it hooked to the studio speakers, and it was like ding, 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 ding. I thought, what did I just push on the computer? I thought I just said something to explode or something like that. But thankfully, I did not. Okay, so guys, this is something I wanted to show you, and I was mentioning it just a little bit before. About this band, and Barbara Brands sent this over. So let me see. Okay, I think it was playing. Hopefully, it wasn't playing through the whole thing. She sent this band over, and it was so cool. It was so much fun.
Yeah,
I had it playing in the studio yesterday while it was going on. So I was painting live to this, and sorry, I'm listening to some stuff in my Bluetooth from the computer while I'm talking, and I'm one of those people that can't talk and chew gum at the same time. But it's a Revelers Hall band, so anyway, I got it up there, and it's so cool. I mean, this is music that I love to paint with anyway, and they're putting on live concerts, where you can tune in, and I think they're doing it on Saturday and Sunday from 2 to 5. So anywhere in the world, you can go and you can check them out. One of the cool things I thought was too is that you can actually buy the band a drink if you want to.
Yeah, so, I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, you can go there. You can buy the merch, or you can. But if you want to buy them a round of beers or a shot, you can do that. And then while they're there playing and they're jamming out, they're like, "Hey, so and so just bought us a shot! Yay!" Like it's it's Easter Sunday, but sorry, Mom. But it was so much fun, and that was so cool of Barbara to share that. And Barbara is an incredible photographer, and so I want to be able to share her artwork one of these times when we're talking about other artists. But she's come to like murals that we're working on, and actually shot pictures of that. So I want to reach out to her and see if we can share that and all that. But she does a lot of stuff. She actually works with this band too. Like she takes
and she
photos
said
of the band.
She said just Sunday, so I guess they just do
just Sunday,
the live show. But, so it's Revelers Hall band, and that's part of the Reveler Hall's bar. Is that or that hangout?
Yeah. And I'll play their music just in a bit. But and I want to say Barbara too. Like she sent a message to them there and told them that, hey, John Bramblitt's listening, and they gave me a shout out. So for a moment, I was Facebook famous for a minute.
For a single moment.
But let's see if we can.
Hopefully, it doesn't kick us off.
Yeah, let's see. Let me see. I'm gonna try and listen over here and see if it's playing. I don't think it's playing. Well, I don't know, guys, if it's playing or not. So let me see. What?
Yeah, I don't hear it.
Okay.
Hear it. Come on.
Oh, you know what? Sorry, guys. This is we're having technical difficulties. It's nothing. It's nothing about the it's nothing with me. It's all the technical difficulties. Anyway, I think I just screwed that up. So
well, they have it's like a New Orleans jazz feel, and they'll play anything like that. When I tuned in and they sang, somebody requested Amazing Grace. That was the other cool thing, is that you could request a song and pay, you paid to request a song, which I think is an awesome idea. And when you can't go see the band and they're not making money other than they're not making money that way.
Okay, I think it's playing, guys.
All right, cool.
I think, and this is kind of a funny one. It's a cool one because it's a cover. And you can't hear it, sweetheart. Sorry, but you heard them yesterday. So hopefully it's playing just for a minute. I just wanted to give you guys a sense of the flavor. But what they play though is old standards, Texas swing, but a lot of like New Orleans sort of stuff that you would hear. But then they'll also do like these covers, like they played Britney Spears' "Toxic."
Oh, that's cool. They played. Well, here, let me get some sound, because I can hear it in my ear. Yeah, it sounds like a party, man. I would love to hang out with you and chill. Yeah.
Well, if anybody wants to, I went on the website and it said it was $500 for the corner booth. I don't know if that's forever or if it's for now or if for this holdover before the quarantine. I don't know if that's going here.
So I should say. So Barbara Brand says she's mixing and mingling her peeps. And Andy says, yo. And Dennis joined us and said, sup, cool cats.
Hey. Hey, Andy Dennis.
So that's pretty much, that was the art that we were going to talk about. Because we have so much of it, we didn't want to, spend an hour. I mean, we could spend well over an hour going over the art in the house. But,
and the Andy that... is on now is the Andy whose art we were showing a little bit of it before. So kudos to Andy.
I'm sure. I'm.
If his ears were burning.
Well, yeah.
That's why.
I'm sure his head was getting bigger as we talked. But
it's all lies. It's all lies.
So, are you going to work on the painting tonight, or what are you?
Well, I was going to. That was sort of the idea, but I got so I don't know. We were talking about other people's art, and I was like, I want to talk about it and I guess tonight isn't a painting night so much, and this will be a bit of a quick show and all.
Well, I want to ask the crowd out there, anybody that's listening, what should you paint next? Does anybody out there have any ideas what John should paint next? Because you're almost done with this, right? Or
yeah. It's going to change. So, and it's funny, like with artwork like this, it looks like whenever you first start, it looks like you have most of it done, but I work in layers. So there's a lot undone on this, but I think I have that commission done. I need to start working on another one. So I'm going to be working on this quite a bit. Yeah. Because I want to get this knocked out and get it done, because I want to work on this other painting too. This sort of inspired by what everybody's going through right now. So I want to work on that really quick. I
know. I mean, with face masks, there's so much different imagery you could work with.
Oh man, yeah.
What's going on?
And after hearing that band yesterday, it just gets y'all pumped up. So I want to put the music on and just really just work on this and just really get it knocked out and all that. So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
But hey guys, and I want to encourage anybody to send in their artwork. Whether you're a professional artist, if you're not, if you're an artist who normally sells their work, but you're suddenly finding yourself at home, just stockpiling your paintings and just adding to your stockpile.
Yeah.
But if you want to share your artwork, one of the nice things about these videos is that they're once they go on we post them on YouTube, we post them on Facebook, and they live there forever. So you never know and we'll tag you in it. So you never know.
Yeah. So Andy said, thanks. I was on the end of the Andy talk. And Barbara said the band is so much fun live. So I encourage anybody that's in, I think they're in that bar is in the Oak Cliff area.
Yeah, it's on Bishop.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah. So if you're in that area, check them out. She says when the quarantine is over, they usually do every Saturday and Sunday at 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. On Sunday at 5:15, there's a swing dance lessons. I'm in. Sign
Wow.
me up.
Man, there we
That would
go.
be a blast.
Man, that does sound like fun. That'd be a fun place to that'd be a really cool band like to put in a painting or have a painting of one day, you know?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And then Ron joined us. Hey, Ron. It says it's springtime. How about something in bloom?
Ooh. That sounds nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you could. I wonder what you could do. Like blue bonnets. Cause,
Gosh, that would be cool. I do love to paint some flowers. Oh my goodness. I haven't been to the Fort Worth Botanical Gardens in a while. I love to go there.
well, and you do have that city commission that you have to do for TexRail, so that could be something.
That's a good. Yeah. I'm doing.
It's a good idea.
I'm doing these like small mural things for TexRail, and oh yeah, I got a message from them. I gotta tell you about. So
Okay.
we're gonna call. Yeah, but that'd be a really good one to work on. Thanks for the idea, Ron.
Yeah,
Man.
that's great. That would be great.
Well, awesome. Well, Thursday, what is it we're going to talk about?
Well, you mentioned something about technique, like studio techniques, like
yeah, that's right. Thank you. My mind went blank. So I'm putting together just some really short videos on if somebody is wanting to get into painting or if they're wanting to buy a gift for someone. It seems like there's been an explosion in arts and crafts right now with so many people being at home and they're thinking like, I'm losing my mind. And so I have one that I'm going to put out probably tomorrow or so, or the next day, something like that about paints and, or some point. But it's about how to buy paint. And like if you go to an art store, there's all these paints, like they're expensive, they're cheap. What do you get? It's ridiculous. It's just like, you're inundated with all this. So it's just the what you need to know to be able to go and just get what you need and not spend too much. And
so you'll be talking about like tools and paints. And
tools. We'll be talking about tools and another one and like your brushes and your knives. And the main thing is just like, what do you actually need? What'll work?
And
easels.
That's easels. That's good. And I want to reiterate that we have that Drastic Art members, and so on that Facebook group, if you want to join. But that's especially right now, we've been stumbling on so many different tutorials on how to do different art techniques. So we post that regularly. Like whenever we come across something, I think I posted one the other day, or you did, of a YouTube channel where it's like they just draw different things and you can draw a face or so if you're wanting to hone in on a new skill, join Drastic Art members and we share videos over there a lot.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and on Thursday we're going to be talking about how to put some your paints and your ideas together, like to be able to in your studio, how to build your studio if you want, or maybe what might be a good idea on Thursday is if a person wants to be able to paint and create, one of the hardest things about it seems like is to find a spot in your home, because if you don't have a studio where you can just leave everything out, then you spend 30 minutes getting everything out, getting everything ready. Yeah. If you have an hour and a half to paint and it takes 30 minutes to set up and 30 minutes to break everything down, you only have 30 minutes to play around. And so maybe
nobody wants to clean up for an hour.
Oh yeah. So I can show you how you can get started in like 5 minutes. And your cleanup is that quick too. Plus, I want to do a bug out bag one, a bug out art bag, where I was telling we were talking the other day, because one of the nice things too, if you want to do some painting outside, or if you want to be able to travel and go painting, just be able to put stuff in a backpack and be able to just leave it there and just grab it when you want to and be able to go and explore the world and be able to paint. I love to go camping. We love to go kayaking. We love to travel. And whenever I'm traveling, I always bring stuff to paint with. And so I've gotten pretty good at being able to scale down. So I can give you some ideas for that too.
Cool.
So we'll be doing all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah, that'll be fun. So today was a little short, but that's some of the art in our house. And if you have any art you want to share that you did, send it over to us and we'll share it with the crowd.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching this. And I wanted to say too that, the videos, it seems like how many people are viewing them, which we don't really care about how many people watch the videos. I mean, we're just happy that anybody out there, we do it because we love art. We're in here and we love talking about art and meeting people. But I have noticed that the views, it seems like it keep going up and up and up. So either that means that I like to think that it means that people like hanging out with us in the studio a little bit. I think what it probably means is that people are just going a little stir crazy. Yeah, they're like, oh my gosh.
People are just going.
Any excuse for human contact?
Yeah.
But I like to think it's just because we're all like hanging out together.
Yeah. So.
But well, until next time, guys. I hope y'all have fun.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Stay safe out there.